Feeling frustrated and feeling stuck are a natural part of becoming successful. A lot of the videos that we see on Facebook and other areas designed to motivate us and help us succeed oftentimes talk about all the good things and strategies on how to improve and become better. One of the things I don't feel like we don't talk about enough is the real hard fact that if you really want to push the needle and push it in a major way, there's absolutely one thing that's going to be present, and that's struggle. See, I always say that as an entrepreneur, there's no normal days. You either feel like the king or queen of the world, everything is going your way, or you feel like you're on the verge of death. The reality is, as an entrepreneur, those are the two different places that we're gonna live consistently, and we have to get comfortable with that. So what am I getting at? Several years ago, before I had any real money to put together, I was at a seminar with an awesome guy by the name of Jase Souder. You should check him out. Somewhere in that event, I ended up with a piece of paper with some words on it that I got from Jase, and I've kept this piece of paper, which I'm gonna talk to you about, with me ever since then. It normally sits right here on my desk behind me, and when I felt confused or I felt stuck or I was just pissed off, and I needed to talk myself off the ledge, so to speak, I read this to myself, and it helped me out a lot, and I'm hoping that today it can do the same thing for you. Now, before I jump into this, I want to give you a disclaimer that the word God is going to show up a couple of times, and I don't want you to allow that to minimize the message. Rather, I want you to put in any word that's important to you. So maybe it's the universe, or maybe it's Buddha, or maybe it's Coco Chanel. So with that said, let me read you this piece of paper. To get something that I've never had, I have to do something that I've never done, or go somewhere that I've never been. When God takes something from my grasp, He's not punishing me, but merely opening my hands to receive something greater. Concentrate on this sentence. The will of God will never take me where the grace of God will not protect me. Something good will happen today. This is not a joke. Someone will call me by phone or speak to me about something that I've been wanting to hear, or a new opportunity will open, or I'll see that it was for the best. Hang in there. If not today, it'll happen tomorrow or the next. Hang in there. Don't stop and keep going. Keep praying. Keep in there and don't break. I will be better for it. So I trust, or better yet, I have faith. You can take these words and decide that it sounds very biblical or very spiritual or whatever you want to say that it is. What I know for sure is if you're trying to go from 10 grand to 50 grand or 50 grand to 200 grand or 200 grand to a million or wherever you are, whatever your barrier you're trying to break, you are going to feel stuck, you're going to feel confused, and a lot of times in this business, we have to talk ourselves off the edge. We have to be our own coach in our own corner of the ring. We have to be the person that gets us up and keeps us going. So sometimes having words like this that you can carry around with you might make a big difference. So let me share another story with you that somewhat ties into this. Just because I know that right now you got your ass kicked somewhere on something. You wanted a deal to close that didn't close, an escrow fell apart, or a client went with someone else, and you're asking yourself why. And you're confused because you feel like you're putting in the work and you know you deserve better, but things are just not working out. And that's just normal. Everyone goes there. Rewind several years back, I finally started to have success in my business, and I decided it was time to go buy a new car. I'm a big car guy, and if you know much about cars, I think you'll appreciate this. I went to the Mercedes dealership and I decided to get what I consider to be a pretty nice average Mercedes, an E-Class, and it was just a nice Mercedes, and it was something I would have been proud of. But Mercedes turned me down. They actually wouldn't give me the car. They wouldn't take my money and give me the car. I didn't qualify for the lease. I remember leaving with my wife, or at the time girlfriend, super bummed, really confused, and I kept asking myself, why is God or the universe or why is this happening? Because I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm putting in the time, I'm working hard. Now I have the coin to go buy something nice, but the universe is stopping me. 2 months later, I find myself driving off the lot with a $100,000 Porsche Panamera. Now, I'm not saying this to impress you, but rather impress upon you that if some door gets shut on you today, depending on the perspective you take, will determine if another door with a better opportunity opens in the future, or if you continue to get your ass kicked. Perspective is everything. Words are power, and I challenge you, when you feel stuck, read something, watch something, study something, and know that everyone you look up to that's had any level of success has absolutely, without a doubt, felt exactly as you do today. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you guys next week.